Hey guys, good morning. This is Amek out of Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you live from my place of worship on this beautiful Sunday, Easter Sunday, for those of us that celebrate the spiritual holiday. Definitely wanted to take just a few moments and share with you some key thoughts, some ideas. I know it's been a while since we last spoke or seen each other. Sorry about that. Last saw each other, spoke to each other. But life happens, right, to us all. Be it the poorest person on the street to the President of the United States, right? All things being relative, life happens to us anyway, right? So definitely want to add value, add significance, because as you well know, if the person that you're talking to or who's sharing something with you isn't adding some type of significance or value to you in your life, then that person is doing you a great disservice. So in hopes that that's not the case, let's dive right into this thing here. And what better of a day than resurrection? As we all know the story of the importance of today. But Emeka, so what does that have to do with, I understand what happens in church, right? But what does that have to do with me, the person, right? What I might suggest, if I can, is that just as it is with our Savior or with this supernatural being, again, for those people who believe in those things, I'm not here to discredit what your beliefs are. Just speaking of my own, right? My own key things. And I've come to understand that it's at certain times of our lives where we, be it because we shoot ourselves in the foot, or we self-sabotage our own success, or we get to a point where we hit that fork in the road, right, of life, right? And we find ourselves paralyzed, self-paralysis, I guess, right? And we don't know what to do. What I might suggest is that you resurrect, right? You arise from your watery grave that we've put ourselves in because of the decisions that we've made to this point. So what, Emeka, you're telling me that I've been in a grave? Not physically speaking, but metaphorically, yes. What I firmly believe is that we find ourselves in a position where we can rejuvenate ourselves, resurrect ourselves from the past, right? Right? Take responsibility of the decisions you made in the past, for that's what got you to this point, right? And say, listen, I forgive not only myself, but those people who have done me wrong. I forgive those people, right? I know that's the hardest thing to do, but that's really the only way that you can get past that, right? Is if you forgive the past, acknowledge the present to work towards the future, right? Hopefully that made sense. Make sense? Right? Just resurrect. I mean, use today to acknowledge where you are, take inventory of where you are, and say, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day, right? For every dark and rainy night, there's a brighter day soon to come, right? And I'm going to use this day to not only give praise to whoever it's due, whatever your beliefs are, but to resurrect, right? From the watery grave of bad decisions that I've made thus far, and move forward, right? So, the word to use, resurrect, right? Take that as however you want it to be, but resurrect from your life. Use today and acknowledge, right, that you too can resurrect. You too can arise from your slumber, right, like Lazarus, right? You too can find meaning, right, a silver lining in all that you've done thus far. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm on my they're calling me in there. So hey, duty called, right? So I gotta go. Listen, remember, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. That's by Mark Twain, right? And of course, my good mentor, personal friend. I hope to see you one day, sir, Mr. Les Brown. It's been a plumb pleasure and a privilege, but I've got to go. I'll see you later.